my name's Romy, Casty Baby's there, Pip and Squeak, my mice, are on the floor in their cage, and I'm here. It's time for me to reel off my favourite books, CDs and music from books, DVDs and CDs from 2018. I couldn't really remember what books I had read this year, so I was having a look to see what I had written down, and I read hardly any books this year, and I am a big reader, as you might be able to tell. I love books, so that was really surprising to me, and the books that I had read weren't really spectacular. They weren't ones that I would call my absolute favourites. So I'm going to show you my favourite music and the few books that I have put aside here. My favourite DVDs, and then I'm going to pick out 10 books. Maybe it should be 12, one a month. I don't know. 10 or 12 books from my bookshelf that I want to reread this year, and I will write them down into a list or put them somewhere separate, and I'll keep you updated on that. And I think that will be really fun because I love going through my bookshelf, and I love thinking, oh, I really want to reread that, so it's going to be a lot of fun, and I kind of wanted to do it first, but I'm not going to. Firstly, we'll start with DVDs. The Legend of Korra. I got this box set for Christmas. I actually saw it in a store and I was very keen on it. So it got purchased a few months ago and I was aware of it. I actually started watching The Legend of Korra in 2017, but I only finished it this year, and it grew on me so much. I wasn't sure during the first book how I felt about it, but I really love this, and it's such a well-developed storyline, and Korra is such a phenomenal character who grows so incredibly, and it's just a show I really want to share and to continue to watch, and I'm really excited to do just that. Next we have this. This is a 4 movie Christmas DVD, but there's only one on here that is actually gonna be my favourite, and it is this one, Another Christmas Kiss. I found out this year this is actually a sequel to another movie. I was so shocked when I saw the first one, but this is such a fun Christmas movie. I do become a bit of a hopeless romantic when I watch this one. I get a bit carried away with it all. It's definitely got faults. It's not a perfect movie, but it's one that makes me really happy to watch, and I wanted to rewatch it like a dozen times during Christmas. And that's why it's still out, because I didn't get to, so I have got it to definitely rewatch before January is finished. And then probably again in July, and then at least 4 times in December. Agatha Raisin Series 1. Very excited for Series 2, which I believe is coming out this year. I got the first episode of the pilot, The Quiche of Death, out from the library, and I did not know what I had stumbled into, and we were captivated. It was brilliant, and it's such a wonderful series. I've spoken about it before. I really love it. It's a really good crime series that I enjoy a lot. And another one which I started watching later in the year is Shakespeare and Hathaway Private Investigators. This is fantastic, and the character Sebastian is my absolute favourite. I love him. This is such a brilliant TV show. It's brilliant, it's fantastic, it's highly enjoyable. I cannot wait for Series 2 yet again. I think that's coming this year as well, so I'm very well prepared. Need to rewatch everything, currently am. Shakespeare and Hathaway is fun and unusual and very quirky. I definitely would recommend this. It's brilliant. I have The Greatest Showman here. This is because I don't have the CD with me at the moment. But I did enjoy the movie, but the CD is what made me love it. So pretend this is a CD, and I'll just hold it this way. Maybe this way, because then it's upside up. The CD is wonderful. It's fantastic. The music is so incredible and so enjoyable, and I pretty much know all the lyrics, I think. we could say. I enjoy it so much. I enjoy it so much. And when you're talking about all these things you enjoy, it kind of gets a bit hard to find the words to describe why and how, but it's so inspiring and such a fantastic album to sing along to, with really wonderful stories. And I do think it's an important lesson is within, many important lessons really are within the songs and the movie. I don't have any other CDs here, if we're counting that as a CD, but I've been listening to a lot of George Michael this year, one of my absolute favourites. Quite a bit of Bowie, lots of Queen, lots of ELO. ELO would be here. I got the CD for my birthday and really, really adore it. Have also been listening to a lot of Joni Mitchell, who I really love. For books, we have Women in This Town, which I got for my birthday. At least I think I did. I'm sure I did. I'm sure I got it for my birthday last year. This is the sequel to a book called Men in This Town, which is photographs of people taken throughout the world and about like fashion and people, and it's so interesting, and I really, really enjoy this. I love the series. I think there is another book that I haven't read. And they're just a really interesting insight into life and fashion, and I enjoy them a lot. Then we have The Tea Dragon Society and Aquacorn Cove by Katie O'Neill. These two books, I also have Princess Ever After, but I think I read that the year before. I read Tea Dragon Society on, I don't know where it was published, online when it was published there, and adored it. And I got given this for my birthday, I believe, and it's so beautiful in book form. It's done incredibly well. It's just the most wonderful, lovely story. And it's adorable as well. And then I got Aquacorn Cove, Katie O'Neill's latest release, for Christmas, and it is yet again an incredibly beautiful story, and Katie's art style is just phenomenal. It's so gorgeous and it makes your heart feel a lot of things. So those are my favourite books, CDs and DVDs, I got it right, from 2018. And now I'm going to get out 10 books from my bookshelf that I've already read that I want to reread this year. And have some tea. What is Not Yours is Not Yours by Helen Oyeyemi. I adore this. Cannot wait to reread it. Have been wanting to for weeks and weeks. From the same shelf, The Princess Bride by William Goldman, one of my absolute favourites. I have a few different editions, but I got this one this year. Does it have the price in it? No, for a few dollars, and it's very old theatre poster stylish, and I love it, and I can't wait to reread it. I am very lucky that I own all 3 books in this series, which is The Key to Rondo by Emily Rodda. This was a childhood favourite, and I really want to read all 3 books, but this is a good start. Northern Lights by Philip Pullman. I collect different editions of the His Dark Materials series, and I haven't yet had a chance to read this edition, so I'm very excited. It's a little dirty, but I'm very excited to. It's so beautiful, look. It's just so intricate and incredible. Book number 5, and this is making me so happy choosing these books, is this edition I bought myself for Christmas last year, Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, and it's illustrated, and it has a little map of something in the middle, I think. Maybe? I don't know. Anyway, I'll probably spoil myself. I've read it before. And it's got this really lovely orange spine, and it's so beautiful. When I saw it, I fell in love, and I can't wait to reread this amazing story. And I get so angry at Darcy I get so angry at him when I read it. The Girl Who Circumnavigated Fairyland in a Ship of Her Own Making by Catherine M. Valenti. I got this edition from an op shop recently because apparently I collect this as well. This is probably my all-time favourite series in the world. I absolutely adore it, and I think I should. I don't think I've ever actually read the first book. I've only listened to it many, many times on audio whilst having read the rest of the series. So it's time to give it a read. Inkspell by Cornelia Funke. Romy, it is Inkheart. You were about to praise this book intently and you called it the wrong name. This was one of my favourite books as a young child, and I just adore the series. And I think I've read this twice, and then I started to reread it again about 2 years ago, and I just got stuck because it's quite a slow going book, but it's this was kind of everything that I aspired to be as an author. This book, the magic of it, the way it made me feel, was what I wanted to recreate for myself and create for other people with my own writing. So this is something that really inspires me, and I'd love to feel that feeling of magic and wonder that it recreates. Beyond the Deep Woods, Book 1 in the Edge Chronicles series, depending on how you look at it, I think, by Paul Stewart and Chris Riddell. I have been wanting to reread the whole series because I never read the whole thing, and got really confused when I was trying to get books from the library out of sync. So I'm going to start where I initially started and just read them all, and I'm very excited. I loved this series as a child, and it's one that I'm sure I will love now. The Three Loves of Persimmon by Cassandra Golds. I have read this quite a few times since I first read it back in the day. This was a long time ago. And then I eventually got my own copy, which was a triumph because it was pretty hard to track down, if I recall. And it's such a beautiful story. It features a talking cabbage called Rose, if I'm right. One of the leads is a mouse, and it follows Persimmon and her three loves. And it's just incredible. One of my favourites. I think it's about time I reread it. Finally, I adore this book. It is Unundone by China Miéville. So wonderful. This was kind of game-changing for me as a book. I read it and I was just so shocked throughout. I was just incredibly shocked and incredibly captivated. And I've been wanting to reread it for years, pretty much since I first read it. And why not now? Exactly, Romy. Why not now? So I'll probably continue to glance at my bookshelf and think, oh, I really want to reread that one. But I think this is a really good stack, and I'm very excited to continue. And as I was looking, I remembered a film that I wanted to add to my favourite list. So this, possibly my favourite Barbie movie ever, Barbie Starlight Adventure. I am very into Barbie movies. I enjoy them a lot. And I think I have kind of a distinct original Barbie movies, of which my favourite is Island Princess. Probably know all the songs to that too. And then this, of the more modern ones, Starlight Adventure, was kind of one that I got very invested to. I love the music, I love the animation, and the story is kind of very different from other Barbie movies that I have watched. And I mean, I've watched most of them. But it kind of took things to a very different world. I mean, it is set in a different world, but it was so fun, and every time I watch it, I just love it. Fantastic movie. So that, I think, concludes my favourite things from 2018, of which I just made a series. Changing my top multiple times to make it look like I filmed on multiple different days. I didn't. Hence why I'm still drinking the same cup of tea out of this mug a few hours later. I cannot wait to continue to read those books. Bye! This is the pile we have. Unundone, Persimmon, Deep Woods, Inkheart, Fairyland, Pride and Prejudice, Northern Lights, Rondo, Princess Bride, and What Is Not Yours Is Not Yours. And there. is a sleeping Staffy. Go Cast. Hi, baby. Hello. Hello, you're tired. You're tired, girl.